All right. So everyone here and ready?
That's
Present
right.
and accounted for.
Aye, aye.
So does everyone wants to do a quick recap of what happened last session for the sake of newcomers?
Good question. Man, where did we leave off last time? Where did we start? I believe we started by waking up and going about our business trying to identify uh cultists within this small little mountain town.
Yes.
Uh and we managed to successfully rob an old lady of her radio communication code, of all things, by
Well,
drawing her out and accusing her of breaking her own window.
yeah,
Uh,
basically.
after which we got a quick glimpse of the
I think we stole the
purge.
cops' radio
Yes.
communications by breaking.
She wasn't really an old lady, but
Oh, that was from the cop? I thought that was from the old lady.
oh no.
I was really wondering about that. Now everything makes sense.
Yeah, no. It
Yes,
was
yes.
from a
We
cop.
broke some poor shopkeeper's window.
All right.
You also found on the cup a code, which was, damn it, I had it there on my
I
physical.
have it in my notes. I'm 100% sure.
Phew,
8372.
thank you. I
Uh,
need to make a digital note to make sure if I lose my physical one, I don't. I'm not.
Oh yeah. After that, we did a whole bunch of shopping and also some additional interrogations of the village, and ultimately came to the conclusion maybe about half of them are actually involved, and the other half aren't really aware of what exactly is going on.
They
We
know
talked to-
something's going on and they're scared shitless, but
We talked to a couple places of worship, and they didn't really seem to be involved or aware. So we at least struck them off of the list of possible people who are doing things out here in the village.
Yep.
Words, man, I need to get them in my head. After which, we finally plotted our excursion into the mountains, where we're going to wait until night and then attack the observatory. Meanwhile, Lance will also be leading a group of children with his duplicate into committing various little antagonistic crimes around town.
Correct.
And with police radio, man, that'll make it very easy. But Lance has a plan. He's got his friend with him, and a small army.
Yeah.
And then two people are going to wander into all this, and that's where the fun's going to begin. So let's see who we get.
For the sake of not having to manage two other PCs that are technically still with you, David and Miguel are going to go help the kids in town, not to have them not get into any serious trouble, and help get the mayhem starting.
make sure they
Alright,
don't
sounds good.
die.
Yeah, make sure they don't die. That's basically their goal right now. But both of you are waiting for nighttime on the mountains. You have what you need to do to camp. One of you is relatively cold. The other doesn't mind really.
Well, hey, now I brought extra layers. I definitely bought enough.
Yes. And you have a small army of sphinx which are freezing in place and are not happy to be here.
Well, I've done what I could to bring them extra things out here, but
Well,
hopefully we won't have to
unfortunately,
keep them outside for long.
Weirdly enough, the coat were not based on sphinx morphology, so it doesn't really fit.
That's why I brought duct tape.
But
I mean, at least wrap it around them like a poncho.
you try. But you manage. It's nighttime. You are near the observatory. You manage to. I think I remember you doing your stealth roof well enough that you find a little quiet spot when you're pretty sure you're not going to be seen. And you begin to see there's many lights on the observatory. There's contrary to what you were told, there's a road that seems to have been sold. So it's kind of you say you could drive on it. It's a bit risky, but you don't see any much car around. What do you see? I would like you to do me a. There's no perception rule. Survival man. Survival cunning roll, please. At difficulty 1, because you are equipped for that.
All right.
One complication for Lance, because it's knowing all around. Oh, let me put my. Nah, that's not what I want.
Right. So with no survival, 2 successes.
What you see though are people, guards. You think they are armed, firearms, and they're circling the complex. There, you think at least 2 or 3 of them. Then not really well organized as far as you can see. Like there's small gaps of 10 or 5 minutes where there's nobody on a certain side of the observatory. But there's definitely some people guarding the place.
I believe from last time that they were actually cops, weren't they?
They look like cops, yeah, but not sure really.
Oh, before we get deeper into this, can I just use the secondary effect of my reconstruction knack,
Of
which
course.
is for free at the beginning of every session?
Yeah.
I can shuffle my points around as long as they're in the same, as long as they remain in power if they were power and so on.
Very nice.
Yep.
I'm just gonna shuffle a presence into strength or into might because that seems like it might come in handy.
Go ahead.
Alright.
It's. I think it's gonna be a medicine run. That would make sense. Medicine healer.
I don't think you need a knack roll to do it.
Let's see.
I think that particular one is.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say you need to do knack rolls, so go ahead.
Okay. Yep. Shiny. Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna wait until finished. Tell me when you're done, basically.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
All right. So yes, this look like cops from far. You're not 100% sure, but they do looks like cops. After after like 10, 15 minutes of waiting to see what they're going to do, the Tokiwoki begin to receive a message. There's a bunch of kids in town, like I don't know what they're doing. Looks like shit. There's someone with them. There's a stranger with them. Requests backup.
Meanwhile, Lance just has a smile on his face while his duplicate goes about town.
Yeah. basically in town. I mean, are you? I think you know what your duplicate is doing.
That is correct. I do.
Yeah, basically they begin to build small fire in the center of town. Uh, Graffitis everywhere. It's kind of mayhem, really. Everyone is going at it, and there's already one cop cars, and your duplicates, Miguel and David, are are taking the kids into three different groups to scatter in town and make the chase more difficult.
Excellent, excellent. Chaos will reign. Um, but back to things. Does it look like the guards up at the observatory are actually leaving to go and assist the situation?
Yes, they are.
Excellent.
Two of them remains, but their rounds now are very like there's big gaps of 20 minutes. If you wait, there are big gaps that they cannot cover all the ground by themselves.
Good, good. Well, we wouldn't even have to sneak in. I have a small army. We could easily go ahead and use this opportunity and their blind spots to ambush them, move in, and take over.
Yes, you can.
I believe that's the plan, and I think I informed them of the plan beforehand. If we can capture anyone, good. If we can't, don't worry about it.
All right. And since things always go wrong, because of course they do, let's just be ready for, an army or something or other running out of that building.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely hoping not.
So you're
Oh,
going
yeah.
full gun blazing, right?
No. We're not going guns blazing. I don't.
Well,
But
tooth and claw, I suppose.
yes, but you're not trying to sneak or anything. You're going up and trying to take them out by force.
I,
Uh, yes.
All right.
it sounded to me more like fast stealth takedowns.
I mean, I guess like if the perimeter is like a only two people, like I said, like the initial idea would be to ambush and then move in with force, but and inevitably it is break into the building.
Depends what you what are the tag of your Ender Sphinxes. Yeah, they are not stealthy at all.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So if you're going to set them against the guards, it will make noises, lots of it.
Right, we just basically plan to move in immediately after that.
All right.
Simple enough.
Mhm.
And I've instructed my follower to just put that mojo on the parking lot or
Yep.
wherever anyone inside parked their cars.
So, you run the Sphinx. I will need you to make your leadership. Sorry, a leadership. What's leadership birthright roll,
Uh, let's see. Should I start with inspirational aura since I'm going to be using that for this scene?
if you want. Yeah.
Okay, so inspirational aura would probably be leadership and then the leader calling, correct?
Yes. But
Okay, so I have 3, 4, 5. Would anti-establishment apply here?
no.
Okay. Alright, it's not extra dice anyway, it's advantage. So for the power, I get 7 successes.
Yeah, you manage very, very easily to do what you want to.
I think I
I
can
just,
command my whole group.
yeah, I just want to roll you your leadership Sphinx, Ender Sphinx ratings. One success is enough. They have scale of 1. They are a mob. They savage navy. You just need one mega success.
Actually, I think I do need to use momentum for the whole group, but they have a lot of extra help now. Reduce the difficulty of all
Yes.
actions by 3.
You don't need that, honestly. You.
But here's the
Yeah.
actual leadership role part of it.
You set out your sphinxes, and well, what follows is they'll take off very quickly to the two guards. You can hear panic screams and fire, and gun being fired, and you can roar and the sound of flesh being, well, teared apart.
Might be a little hungry.
Yes, they are, and well, nothing less angry, apparently, for the sound that you can hear. But
All right.
yeah.
And so while they're attacking, I'm leading them, and I'm just casually walking in through the front door, and I am unfurling a golden cape.
Uh, so you do not try to go stealthily in.
Nope.
We're gonna
I'm
cut
making a
out.
grand entrance.
We're gonna cut out to Thomas Gardner and Dragoslav Bogun. You are both in separate cells in what you assume to be a basement. You hear commotion, a lot of commotion outside. You're not sure what, but you think you hear some animals attacking. There seems to be. You also hear a lot of occultists seems to have heard that and seems to be going to check outside.
All right. Hang on one second.
Your cell is very bare bones. You basically have a bottle of water, a plate with some sludge on it that you've eaten. It's not particularly good, and it's cold. You are not really restrained in any way, but you can see that you have prison bar on your that blocks you. Really, there's a door that seems to be locked by electron locks, and you basically don't have a lot of it.
Oh, you barely. Okay, hang on one second.
Oh, all right.
Sorry. I'm
It's all right.
trying to fix my mic. Hello.
Yes.
Does it sound any better or?
Yeah, from my end, it's fine.
Well, you're a little bit louder, but again, you're still super quiet, like you're whispering. And when you first came on, you were just fine. So suddenly you've dropped in volume. So I'm just wondering if you changed anything since.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna unplug and replug it. Plug my mic back in. Any better?
Exactly the same. The only
Did
worry
you
on my
adjust the
end.
sound?
Well, I was
Yeah?
saying the only worry on my end is if I up his sound, it'll do that thing where it amplifies everything, including any imperfections in the microphone and whatnot. Which is why I'm trying to figure out, because again, you sounded perfect when you joined, and then suddenly you're like talking like this.
He's really fine on my end. That's
Well, again, my end is the recording side, so.
yeah, yeah, I know, but it's weird.
All right, let's see. What can I do?
Yeah, I just don't know why you suddenly went to a whisper when you were fine before. I don't know. Discord doesn't auto do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's on my hand. Honestly, I'm not really sure. Let me just try one more thing, and then I'm gonna basically call it quits. Like, say that's all I can do. Any better?
No. Alright.
That's all I can do.
200% it is.
All right. Well, you said, do I have any guards outside my cell?
No. Basically your injuries have all healed up. You have your points of legend, but you're missing your relics, both of you. But there's no guard outside your cell because those that were here are running outside to see what's the commotion's all about.
Well,
You
I'm
heard
going to
gunshots.
I'm gonna assume it's my past bandmate, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my arm out of the cell, and for the first time try to guess the combination on the lock.
All right. Uh, do me an intellect. Uh, Intellect integrity roll, difficulty 3 with 1 complication.
I think it's usually subterfuge for stuff like picking
It's trying to
locks.
remember. Like, are you trying to remember or are you trying to guess?
I'm trying to guess, just like
Oh,
because have I seen them put in the code, or have they just slid in the?
yes.
Oh,
You have
well,
no, sorry. You have seen them one time, but the other time they've slid off the phone. One time because they were checking on you to make sure you weren't dying,
hmm.
but only one time.
All right, so I'm gonna see if I can remember the code.
All right,
Is it the same?
so intellect resolve or intellect integrity and yeah, difficulty 3 and 1 complication. Sorry.
No successes.
You fumble around. There's a lot of number and there's a lot of combination of number that you can type on this, but no chance. You just try and try and try, but all that you read is a series of beeps, 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 and
After
the ominous sound of rejection.
after I fail at that for a while, I'm gonna get frustrated and try to try to break it down by force.
Sure, do me a strength might cause combat.
All right, that's a little better.
Difficulty 2 and 1 complication.
It's 2.
All right. Do you buy other complication? So you don't buy other complication?
No, I'm not gonna buy
No.
off that
All right.
complication.
That's okay. Oops, sorry about that. You bash in the fucking thing, and you manage to break it, but not after getting kind of injured on your hand. This shard of glass, and you pretty sure you got zapped 1 or 2 times. But the thing is, you can take half level of damage, a bruised condition, +1 for action with your main hand, +1 difficulty.
All right.
But the thing is not broken, and nothing really happens aside from it being broken.
Well, I just locked myself in worse. So after failing
Planning is
that,
not your strong suit.
after failing that, Thomas is gonna just back away from the door and start picking the glass out of his hand.
Meanwhile, Dragoslav, Bogdan, do you do anything?
Well, I mean,
Yourself.
I imagine first our cells are nearby. You said,
Sorry,
right?
what?
You said our cells are nearby, right?
I didn't say that, but you're not sure. You don't know.
Well, no, I mean for the purposes of hearing all of this.
Oh, yeah. You heard gunshots, roar of some kind of animal.
I mean
And-
specifically him busting his hand open on the lock.
just-
No,
You just hear him go, "Open sesame." Okay, that didn't work. Beep 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 beep. That didn't work. And then a lot of swearing in Latin.
no, you didn't hear him. You don't know where he is right now.
Alright.
As far as you know, you're alone.
Okay. All right. Well, then for the purposes you say it's a combination lock.
Yes, it's an electronic lock.
Oh, it's electronic lock. Okay. Well, then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna turn it off.
uh, you very much can. Just let me see.
The combination of wireless interface and cipher.
Yeah, just do me technology intellect roll difficulty 2. It's really not much of a challenge for you, and your
Alright.
specialty apply. So you only need 1 success.
All right. Sorry, I didn't do anything beforehand. Okay. So I'm rolling
You're rolling d10s.
11 d10 would be
yeah,
right.
any 8, 9, or 10 are a success, and you reroll the 10s.
Oh yeah. Just wanted to make sure I was doing this right.
Yep. Yeah, you just managed to turn it off, and basically the door begins to. You can basically open the door and go outside now that your lock is disabled.
With my wireless interface,
Yeah.
I can detect a Wi-Fi signal around here. Would that be possible?
No, you can only interface with pieces of technology, not with signals. You cannot interface with radio signal or Wi-Fi or satellites.
All right. Well, no, I was just seeing if I could determine if there was a Wi-Fi signal, so I could then be led to
No.
a device that I could mess with.
No, you have no idea if there's a Wi-Fi signal or not.
Okay. Well, which way was I brought in? Oh wait, no, I don't know that. I woke up here.
Yeah, you woke up in your cell, but there doesn't seem to be anybody out, and you seem to be in long, barren cement corridor.
Okay.
There's 4 other door when you opened your door, and you realize that your cell was in a separate room.
What looks like the most obvious exit?
There's a staircase going up.
I'll head towards the staircase, I guess.
All right. You come up, the cultists are outside, and you arrive at what seems to be a lobby. Just in time to see Lance going in very like what did you describe it? How did you coming in?
Walking in while unfurling a golden cape.
And I'm following you in, and I just go, subtle.
So
Do we really need subtlety at this point?
you see
No.
this guy and this girl just entering the place. And Lance, and do you try to hide before that, or do you go to them?
I'm no good at hiding, so I'm probably just standing there watching them.
So Lance and Leave, you see this gentleman.
Ah, that's a hobo cultist leader if I've ever seen one.
Looking at you with some disbelief in his eyes, probably.
Well, probably a little bit of disgust.
Yeah, I was also.
I will go ahead and walk up, and I already have like a gun in my hand, and I just like hold it up a little bit defensively. Go ahead and stand up. Who are you?
I was
Are you a part of the cult here?
I was already standing. Who are you?
I'm Lance, chosen of Set. I'm here to rescue people from this cult.
Cool. Some of my friends are missing. I could use some help in finding.
Oh, that's
Would
what
you
we're here
happen to
for.
know Francisco?
Yes, I knew this name. I believe he was one of the lost.
I've been searching for him. If you know where he is, well, no, you wouldn't. Would you?
You are very confused, no?
Maybe just a little bit. I wasn't expecting something like this. You haven't seen someone who's actually in charge yet, have you?
That would be an out of character question. One before I got knocked out, or one of those people seem in
Um,
charge.
What? Do me an integrity roll, please. Difficulty 1.
Here's a stupid
I imagine.
question. What the is integrity?
Integrity is a skill, and it's basically to remember things.
Oh,
Basically, also your willpower, resisting being swayed, that sort of thing.
sorry, integrity is so far off my radar as a person in real life. I didn't recognize it was a skill.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of integrity, I can assume by talking to Dragoslav that he's generally being honest and isn't a part of this cult, correct?
Uh,
I was
it
going to ask to
doesn't
make an
really
empathy roll. So.
Yeah, you can make a cunning empathy roll.
He was the secret leader this whole time, just playing you as fools.
Right, this is why I haven't lowered the gun yet.
Oh, you can also make me. Oh, never mind. Some of his clothes are torn up. He seems to have been maybe beaten up, but he seems to have recovered, and he seemed confused about you two. But doesn't seem really aggressive or doesn't really have any ulterior motives.
Okay.
Nonchalant and uncaring, I think, would be pretty good descriptors.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'll just call one of the Sphinxes over to just go ahead and who's probably like already next to us anyway, guarding us. And I'll motion Dragoslav to come closer to your group. Stack up with us then. We're moving in.
I
Do
was
you know where any other
with
prisoners might be?
two others, Francisco, as you mentioned, and one other, Thomas. I do not know where they are in here.
I suppose then a good question is, where did you come from?
The mountain? We were up in
I
the
meant
mountain.
recently, if you've been captive here.
Oh, sorry. Downstairs.
Lance will go ahead and look over to the Sphinx and like sort of just nudge his shoulder, and that one will stack up with like 3 others and go with him. Free anyone you can find.
All right, but first, let's see. I need to check on something real quick. Power purview. You have the force in purview, right, Lance?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can feel it in the force.
All right. Nothing then. So you sent 3 sphinxes. The majority of them are outside, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
for now. Fearing Sphinxes go past Dragoslav and into the basements. They kind of don't really bother with the doors, and can hear a big commotion of the sound of wood being broken. Sphinxes? Yeah, I guess.
Is it not itself
Sphinxes?
plural by itself?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's the debate right there.
The singular and plural version of Sphinx is Sphinx, I think.
Sphinxen.
Sphinx?
Well, it's hard to tell since most of the myths only have one at a time. So
Yeah. Let's say Sphinxes.
All
It's
right.
easier for me to say.
fair enough. Sphinx eye.
But basically, yeah, they break most of the door, and Thomas, you're in your cell.
Swearing in Latin, yes.
Yeah. When you see Sphinxes break the door, door, but not the door of your cell, but the door of the room where your cell is. It
Oh, Sphinx. All right then.
Sphinx as it is.
It looks at you, looks at the smashed lock, growl a bit, and leave the room.
Thomas gets really mad when he sees it leave the room. Get back here, you furry bastard!
You can all hear him know that the door are broken. Someone's swearing, "Get back there, you furry bastard!" From the outside, but one of
they
us.
try to let him out.
No, they looked at the lock and they went, "Eh."
Well, I imagine they'll report back in just a moment and
Yeah,
say, like,
that's
yeah,
why-
electronic lock thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
I'll
of the
deal with it.
Sphinx come back to you and say, "Lock." One of them is locked.
Ah, fair enough. Well, how are we gonna break that? And I'll just like look over at I gotta remember her name. Liv. There we go. Liv.
I'll see if I can do anything.
Alright, so we'll head downstairs and try to free.
You head downstairs. There's well, there was 4 doors, but now there's none. You go instinctively where the swearing comes from.
Mhm.
And you see a man behind the cell bar. Oop. See this guy. With his hands a bit bruised, and you see a note that is smashed in with some patient.
Considerable force, I might add.
Huh, I guess they did a number on this. Liv, can you do anything about the door there?
Let me see.
Is it just these two that come in, or
Yeah, does Dragoslav came with him?
Oh yeah, no, they told me to follow them around, and they seem to have been searching for somebody I know, so might as well.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Thomas.
Well, I'm assuming that he's following behind them. So
Yeah.
Thomas says, first, who the hell are you two? And then he looks up and it sees Dragoslav and just kind of relaxes a little bit and says, "Are these two
We're
of you?"
here to help.
Thomas, what have you done?
Why do you always assume I did something?
Your hands are bruised. You've clearly tried to break this.
You don't know. I could have been attacked by the door.
Ah, yes. Those fighting doors. They are very dangerous. Do not hit them.
Oh yes, I've heard about this in mythology before. The sentient doors, yes, of course.
Right. They're always hitting you on the way out.
In the meantime,
Anyway.
though, I imagine that I'm going to go for the lock to try to actually repair the lock so that I can
Yeah.
then just disable the lock.
I
Yep.
am just going to grab a hold of the bars and try and pull it in the direction it is supposed to go.
All right.
If you could find my ring, I could break these down myself.
Leave. Do me a might athletics roll.
Okay.
You have you have +1 skill. So
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, okay,
yeah.
let me just tear this down.
I just need to find out where scale. Mm. Book is not.
Page 65 of the origin book.
Thank you.
I think on dramatic scale, it's +2
It's not a
enhanced,
dramatic scale. It's
and dramatic scale and narrative scale, it's
it's narrative scale. So it's It's 2 times the successes, and you would need 4 successes technically.
okay.
Yeah.
I- even
Yoink.
without the super strength.
Yep. You just like get your hands on and just swing a bit, and it opens with a screeching of metal. Not one, but in no time, as Dragoslav was going to inspect the lock, the door is already open.
I
Well,
see what type of people we are.
Thomas is a bit surprised, and he kind of casually looks down at Liv's finger just to make sure there's no ring there, and then he kind of steps through the door, still cradling his bruised and slightly bleeding hand.
Also worth noting, she is like 5'3".
That is why he checked her finger to make sure she didn't steal his ring.
Well, for now, nice to meet you. My name is Lance.
He holds out his uninjured hand. It says Thomas Gardner.
Pleasure. And he'll go ahead and shake.
Nice
Emmerich,
to
the
meet
other cells were empty, correct?
You didn't go. You didn't went to check them.
Did the Sphinx report that they were empty?
Two of the door just have. One of the door there was an empty cell, and in another one there was just few tables, a whole television, and a big. 1 second, I lost my word. A big locked. How is it called? Trunk.
Ooh. And the final one was also empty?
Yep, also
Okay.
empty.
All right. So that sounds like a guard room. Time to go check it out. Let's go put that in trunk.
All right, so you arrive at guard rooms, as you describe it. There's a large black trunk with a big ass lock on it. The TV is on. There's some Christmas commercial playing. The reception is terrible. So if you want to open the lock, you will do me a dexterity subterfuge, difficulty 2.
You know, I could actually do that. That's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 success.
Yeah, you open the door. The door. Sorry, the trunk. Inside the trunk, there's a pair of high-tech-looking glasses, a small ring, and a wristwatch.
Thomas finally relaxes, and he kind of quickly reaches in, grabs the ring, and slips it on his finger, and slides the wristwatch on his.
There is also a another hummingbird pin. This one seems to be laden in gold.
Well, at least we can confirm he was here.
Oh, pardon me,
I'll
I
go
would
ahead
be
and-
grabbing those glasses real quick. If you could just get out of the way.
I'll go ahead and like pull them out and go. It's like, is this some sort of Microsoft Google Glass clone? And then just hand them over.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Of course, and he just rolls his eyes.
Um,
Well,
I would
let-
like you to do me resolve a cult check.
Resolve a cult.
Yes. Anyone wants to do up? Just one moment. I'm gonna drink some water and I'll be back.
Ooh, another 3
I'm cutting my
successes on
Mac.
that. Okay.
I, on the other hand, will drink a nice, refreshing Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, the soft drink for champions. Brand sponsored. Nope.
If only.
I'll take it. Mountain Dew and Doritos.
I'm here to save the day and bring you the refreshing taste of Sprite.
Sprite. A
and
drink
re-
also sponsored by Coca-Cola.
remember,
Corporation.
you do get to reroll 10s in this system.
But you don't get to re-roll 4s.
Nope.
Well, seeing as somebody rolled with a 1 die, I can at least then, I guess, try to roll with my 2 dice.
Oh no, that was my
Boom!
that was me re-rolling the 10.
Oh, that's fine.
Nice.
Still,
Very
2
nice.
dice. Because I got my glasses back on. Don't fight a nerd with glasses on.
I think you'll find the Sphinxes here won't care. They will fight everyone.
Sure thing, Tetsuo, with your golden cape.
Why, thank you.
Okay, now should we check the rest of the building and make sure Francisco or the missing girl aren't here and or dead?
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
And that was in character. Welcome back.
Well, that's what the
So-
Sphinxes have been setting up.
Did you girls roll a resolve for cults?
Yes, we did. Highest was 3.
3. Okay. You managed to see that this golden hummingbird pin is. Wait, does one of you have? I need to check your Naksh real quick. Doesn't he have sage? I think
I do.
Dragoslav has sage,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
But you don't have. Yeah, you don't have a knack. I was thinking about, so that's all right. This pin hums with power. It catches the light, even though there's not much of it. It's hot to the touch, and it's really. It might be a relic, maybe.
I have a
Not sure.
question.
Yes.
How does a guide stunt work?
Basically, you need to do an asset skill roll from your guide, like when you do that depends on what kind of skill your guide has. Yes, so basically for you, you would need to do an academic or science roll, and you for
And invoke the guide.
invoke the guide, and each successes will grant you its guidance. It's basically it's something your guide taught you.
Right.
So it's a stun only accessible to you. And anytime you roll the skill of your guide and you have extra success, you can invoke your guide stuns.
I mean, it seems like something I should do right here, because you're indicating that this pin or something is important, right?
It seems to be important. It seems to be a relic of some kind.
Right, but our knowledge doesn't indicate what it could possibly do.
Right, which is why I'm saying it might be important for me to do that then.
All right. What would you? You could roll. That would be a culture over cultural, though, because it's not really an historical fact,
Okay.
much
Well,
as an occult one.
insight or historical fact. If he
Yeah.
has any sort of insight to this.
Not like I'm not on this particular subject. Not really. No.
All right, so not worth rolling then. Got it.
No, I don't think it's worth rolling. Like it's obvious, this pin is not a mundane object.
Right.
Right. So I suppose for now I'll go ahead and pocket it, not knowing exactly what it does.
I have culture, but but definitely not in the relevant area.
Or you could try, but it's gonna be hard.
Like I said, definitely not the relevant area of culture that I would know.
I mean, I do have plenty of culture.
Since out of character, I know exactly what it is, but
I got a pretty good idea what it is, but yeah, I can't really share that in character.
All right. So then for now, I'll go ahead and head back up top and we'll continue to resume our invasion.
yes,
All right.
we have 2 prisoners and probably a lot of perpetrators too.
I'll of course look over at these two and ask, like, would either of you be more comfortable with a weapon? And hold out my gun.
I'll take it again.
All right,
Thomas-
I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Thomas smiles and says, "I already have my weapon."
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
very
sorry.
much."
Also, yeah, Dragosev, you could have found your gun in it.
Then
I
I
forgot
hand you
about
your
it.
gun back and never mind. I found my
Oh,
gun.
yeah. There we go. Context established. Everyone knows this now.
And for the purposes of things, I'm just declaring now that that's my Master of Weapons weapon.
All right.
Because I have to declare it at the beginning of the session, but you know.
Yeah, but I was already aware of that. So.
Alright. I'm just making it clear for anybody who's watching a VOD.
All right. So we're all walking in. I've got my dog in tow, and sphinxes are everywhere in this building.
They're mostly outside. They're
Wait, you have a dog? Oh wait, right, your creature.
well, not
yes.
really a dog,
Yep.
but yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. She's a good girl. Good Akala. Have a treat.
The observatory is silent. There's still some power in. You are in the lobby area, and you can see there's actually a fire exit map, just in case. There seems to be 2 main areas: the observatory proper, where the telescope and all the equipment for research is. One administration area. And I said 2 when I should have said 3. I'm sorry. And a planetarium. Actually, don't really know what a planetarium is doing here, but there's one.
Gotta have something for educational purposes.
Well, if I was going to do an evil dark ritual to blot out the sun, I'm gonna guess the observatory, possibly the planetarium.
Let's hit up one and then the other.
All right.
Yep. So observatory first.
Observatory. All right. You arrive in the observatory. There's no one there. People were definitely here, apparently, because there's a few tables. There's one mug with half filled with cold coffee. There's one computer that's still powered on, but there's really no one here. You can still hear outside the sounds of people screaming for their life, and well, Lance, that Sphinx is like to play a bit with their prey. So
Well, these
Yeah.
people are committing human sacrifices, so it's nothing more than they would do.
Sure.
Yes, but what if it's one of the victims that managed to run out the door?
They're smart enough to have discretion. They're not wild animals.
They're smart enough, but they really don't seem inclined.
They're
No
just
offense.
taciturn, that's all.
What do you guys do?
One of the computers is on. I will go ahead and start browsing for information.
Oh, I thought you said it was off. Or is there more
No,
than
it
one?
was powered on.
Oh. Powered down or powered
One of
on? Oh,
Powered on.
Powered on, okay.
I could go ahead and continue investigating here if you want to head to the planetarium.
All right.
You can do me intellect science roll or technology.
Well, I don't have technology. I could go ahead and roll science. Drago could also technically do this roll and just kick me out of the computer chair.
Well, no, I mean, I've got a browser open behind everything that you're doing because I'm doing this at a distance and I'm doing it at the same time. Even if you fail or succeed, literally there's another browser tab open.
So I'll make mine like a assist roll to yours then.
Well, I would say that my academics bonus fits here too.
What's your academics?
Research.
Yes, it does.
If this was academics roll, I could roll that instead.
Well, maybe you should be in charge. You or not.
No.
This was the science version. This was an attempt to assist. Yeah, nothing. Wow.
There's a gif of a cat throwing off a glass from a table, and it's hilarious.
Oh, it's adorable. Wait a second. I was